Oh, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. We here. Starting this shit. We here. 678 Friday. Gotta get on the phone for be more memory. Oh, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's going on? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Happy Friday, happy Fortunate Freedom Friday. We're back again with another episode of SRDaily. I'm your host, John Ray Marston. You're tuned in Friday, July 24th, 2026, episode 678. Closing out week. This is week 136. 136, I believe. Let me see. Mad notes. Yeah, week 136 is closing today. Whew. What a day, what a week. It's incredible how just the days and the weeks are so different, right? Like how one day you could experience so many different emotions, and how 1 week you could experience like so many different ups and downs, man. Life is fucking life. All right, you can't predict this shit. Even if you could, you couldn't. All right, because the shit happens on its own terms, at its own fucking time. There's nothing you can do different to speed it up, to slow it down. Even if you take a rest, things are still happening. Even if you work as hard as you can, things can still, everything still has its process, right? Yeah, man, we here. Just finished the workout. Finally was able to get back to a workout before the show. Like I've probably been fucking my beard up lately, man. My beard and my mustache. It be fucking my shit up, man. I gotta find a new barber. Man. He ain't as good as he used to be. Alright? Yeah, the shit is uneven. Fucking God, man. Yeah, man, but we here. We here. It is Friday. I got up early, and I was up at 5, a little before 5 actually. Went to bed a little after 12, right? I'm proud of myself for that, right? Just striving to get to bed a little earlier, man. Earlier. Stuff we don't get into late, right? Don't get into 11 and 10 something, and yeah, man, it's a fucking process. It's a process, and slow progress is better than no progress when you are on the journey to being your best self, man. But today is Friday. It's a beautiful day. I think low 80s today. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Got some memorial to go to tomorrow. My brother, his mother passed, so we got memorial tomorrow. Not a funeral, literally just a memorial celebration of life, which is what we need to have more of, more celebrations of life. Understanding that life is indeed everlasting, that life is eternal, that from it's not afterlife, it's continued life, right? Like energy is neither created nor destroyed, only transferred and transformed. And so we leave the body, we still exist. So it's not afterlife, it's still life, it's just a different form. All right, it's just a different form. It just feels different, looks different to everybody. All right, even the person who transitioned, the spirit that transitioned back to the ancestral realm, is different. They're no longer in their body, which bounds you to earth, which bounds you to this physical time and place. All right, so like you are no longer in your body, you are everywhere at all times. And how dope is that, right? How sweet is that to be able to be everywhere at all times, to really help your family, really help your loved ones, really address the issues in the world from a spiritual sense. And yeah, man, so rest in peace to Juanita Kelsey, man. Miss Juanita Kelsey, my brother Raymond's mother. gonna celebrate her life tomorrow. It's supposed to be last weekend, but it rained last Saturday, right? So it's gonna be this weekend. Yeah, man, it's a beautiful weekend. Got some meetings today. All Kings Town Hall today. Tonight, got a meeting with Connected Chef Partner this afternoon. Yeah, man, I'm feeling good, right? Things are not, of course, I always say things are not ideal, but things are divine, things are perfect as they are. And I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for the lessons. I'm grateful for the blessings. And I just keep fucking stepping. Right? I just keep stepping. I got to respond to some emails this morning. Got some email communication about some stuff, man, that's going to be coming up in the next few months that I'm excited about. And yeah, man, I'm growing, right? Like, I'm 42. I ain't got it all figured out, but I've done some shit and I'm doing some shit and I'm going to do more shit. And we're going to talk about some of that shit today, right? Mona Love, what's going on, baby love? What's going on? My brother said, food said, be free Friday. I got tongue twisted. Fucking be free Friday, this guy. Happy Fortunate Freedom Friday, my brother. Peace and love, brother Seth Boosie and Kofa and all that, man. Let's pull up these notes. Let's pause this music. Let's get this thing started. All right, once again, I am your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. You are tuned into episode 678 of SRDaily, episode 678, Friday, July 24th, 2026, closing out week 136. We're going to start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is the phrase of the day. Today's phrase is very, very, very simple. Live and let live. That's the phrase for today. Live and let live. Live and let live. Say it one more time. Live and let live. Live your fucking life as you see fit. Live your life as you see fit. Live. And let others live their life as they also see fit. Now, this I learned is wisdom. I didn't always live like this. I didn't always have this perspective. I would be conscious of what other people thought, what other people might say, how other people may react to things that I did or said, or how I live my life. And I would be talking about how other people live, what they should do and shouldn't do and need to be doing. And the more I live, the more I realize, like, that shit causes stress, man. Like, fucking stressed out. The concept of live and let live keeps your stress levels down and can keep relationships healthy for the most part. There's still other things, of course, that can impact a relationship, right? But one of the biggest things I noticed that impact relationships, man, is a desire to control, right? Whether it's parent-child, child-parent, siblings, cousins, uncle, aunt, nephew, niece, right? Like, however that shit is, fucking spouses, right? Like co-workers, man, fucking people want to make other people or have other people do what they think they should be doing. And it doesn't work like that. And obviously, like, I lived that as a child, as a youth, when my mother and everybody around me said what I needed to be doing. And what I wanted to be doing was making fucking films. And because I couldn't do that, I rebelled and fucking jeopardized my life and my future. And eventually it came back, right? Like, live and let live, man. Live and let live, man. Live and let live. So much stress comes from worrying about what other people think of you, what they speak about you, how they talk about you, how they react or respond to you. So much stress comes from that. And it comes from worrying about what other people are doing. You see it on social media all the time. So many people, all they do is talk about others, right? And I learned through my work that that's normally a defense mechanism. That's normally somebody covering up for their own shit, right? Like they say, you point out the fucking speck in somebody's eye, you're ignoring the speck in your own eye, and that's real, right? And again, I've been on both sides of that shit, talking about people and what they need to be doing, what they shouldn't be doing, and all of that shit, and also have been talked about, right? But yeah, man, it's something I've heard a long time ago, and something I started to understand over the last few years. Live and let live, man. I'm gonna live my life as I see fit. I'm gonna let you live your life as you see fit. And of course, there are times when that could be challenging. Again, parent-child, probably the most. Parent-child, spouse, sibling, right? Situations, those relationships could be tough because you're like, yo, I want this person to be safe. I want this person to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z. But they're doing this and it's causing a conflict. It's putting their life at danger. It's hurting this relationship, whatever it is, right? But I still rest. Live and let live, man. That's what I stand on. Live and let live. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to let you live your life. And I think if more folks allowed people to live their lives, then things may be, people may be less stressed, right? Again, social media is a perfect example of how so many folks, so many people are worried about what other people are doing, what they should be doing, what they need to be doing, what they shouldn't be doing, was terrible, bad examples, all of that shit, man. But that's our phrase of the day. Right, live and let live, man. Let us go to our second segment of the day. As always, our second segment is our need to know news. Today's news we're gonna talk about yesterday. Yesterday was so fucking epic, man. So many reasons why yesterday was epic, from literally the early morning, 4 or 5 a.m. till late last night, falling asleep little after 12, man. Was absolutely tired and tired from good shit, right? From working, right? Working out. I got 2 workouts in yesterday. Worked out after the show yesterday, and then worked out again last night when I got in, man. Just completed some sets. But that felt really good. It felt really good to up my sets, to do more, and to push myself, man. I do the goal is to be the healthiest person on earth. And I do know that the healthiest person doesn't mean physical health only, right? It's mental, emotional, it's how you respond to stress, is all of those things. And so I like to say that I'm on that path. I am one of the healthiest people on earth already, and the goal is to be the healthiest person on earth in my lifetime. Not when I die and they look back and be like, yo, he was this. No. In my lifetime, in my 40s and 50s, I intend to be known as the healthiest person on earth. I'm gonna do a whole docu-series on it. What does it mean to be the healthiest person? And all of that shit, man. We're gonna teach the word. Then we're gonna find the healthiest people on earth. Who are the healthiest people on earth? All right. Who are the healthiest people? The people who physically are super healthy, mentally are super healthy, emotionally, in all of the fucking ways, right? Yesterday's men's group, though. Yesterday's men's group was another huge success. 8 men showed up. Well, 9 men really. 9 men showed up, but one came super late, right? With 6-7 minutes left in the group as another brother was leaving. So 9 brothers showed up, 8 men sat in the group, right? 8 men sat in the group. When 1 man left, another man entered. And it was incredible, man. It was even that was an experience, right? Like a brother showing up super late was an experience. He had communicated with me some stuff that was going on, but he was committed to coming, and he showed the fuck up. I didn't even think he was gonna show up no more after one of the messages. I was like, oh, okay, he's not coming, and he still showed the fuck up, and that shit is dope. That shows commitment, right? There can be some things tweaked, but you got to give the pull up first. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up. Then you have the conversation. What's going on? You came at the end of the group, right? How can we support you, right? Anything that happened that we as men, as a brotherhood, can support with, or whatever the case may be. But great no matter what, still showed up, right? I like to say, even if I show up literally at the very end, I was committed to showing up. I'm sorry, I apologize, I missed it. I missed out, right? If I show up late to something, it's my loss, especially with something that I'm going to be part of or gain from. Yeah. But yeah, man, it was fucking incredible. It is growing. The group is growing. A brother told the story of when they first started that group in Queens. It was just 3 people, 2 facilitators, 1 staff member, right, and staff member from the venue, Story of Love, 2 facilitators from All Kings, and 1 person that was actually just leaving the state, right? They were there because they were part of what was going on in the space, but they were also like leaving the state for a long time, right? So they was like, yo, he thought it was gonna be 3 people this whole time, and they said Sugar Ray came in and the number started going up. And I'm grateful that, you know, I have a network of brothers who find value in things like this, right? One brother told the story of how he told his friends what was going on, and they just kept saying, why would you go to a men's group? Like, why? Just have a drink. And it's like, we got to break that culture of just drink it away. You going through some shit, have a drink. You dealing with some shit, have a drink. And it's like, cool, I don't drink, I don't promote alcohol, but if you're gonna have a drink, still drink and talk about the shit. Don't drink and talk about other shit and ignore the shit that's going on. Drink and talk about sports, drink and talk about money, drink and talk about whatever fucking else is going on in the world other than the shit that's going on in your life that you need to talk about. All right. So yeah, man, like, shit is growing. Brothers are talking about their shit, whether it's family, whether it's extremely personal, whether it's work, career, community, whatever it is, right? Brothers talking about this shit, expressing or exploring the 5 feelings, right? Which are joy, anger, sadness, fear, and shame. Brothers are exploring that shit. Shame is big. Fear is big, right? Fear is big. Joy is big. All of these are big. Anger, sadness, right? Like, shit is deep, 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 deep. And we're talking about which ones are you ignoring? Like, you got these feelings. A lot of us as men normally, on average, hover around anger, right? Maybe joy, satisfaction, things like that, right? But sadness, a lot of men don't want to talk about being sad, right? A lot of men ignore sadness, shame, and fear. Men ignore them shits because they think like we've been conditioned that as a man, you can't be afraid, right? You did some shit, only you don't need to feel shame. It's like, nah, I can feel shame in some shit that I'm doing, some shit that happened, some shit that I experienced. I can feel shameful, right? I can have that experience, and that's okay, right? But yeah, man, this shit is deep. This shit is so fucking deep, man. I am beyond grateful that the space exists. I am super grateful to be a facilitator of this space, right? And to help brothers navigate, to pose questions, and to do the meditation and drop in and get brothers settled into their bodies, right? Whereas men too often we're in our heads thinking about all of the shit, just thinking. What do you feel? Because there's a connection, right, between what you think and what you feel, and what you think. There's definitely an interconnected thing happening right there. What do you feel? Don't just think about all of the problems and think about all the solutions and think, feel. Life is, again, is life is crazy. Life is literally a fucking interwoven fucking web of wires and fucking frequencies and shit like that, because you got to think life is a thinking man's game and life is a feeling man's game. You got to feel your way through this shit. Like, what do you feel? Like, what is your intuition telling you? Where are you being guided? Where are you being led? What's going on inside of you, deep at your core? What is coming up? What is happening? And can we move in that direction, right? So yeah, man. So yesterday, that was the men's group. Have food, tacos, right? Mona Love, what you laughing at? What you laughing at, sister girl? You over there laughing emojis and shit. What's so funny, sweetheart? All right. But yeah, man, we had some food. We had tacos. Pause. A lot of meat. All right. He did have 2 vegan quesadillas for me and my boy, another vegan. But like, we gotta do more. We gotta get better, right? We gotta have better vegan options, more vegan options, right? Like, should be split, right? Don't just get 2 vegan. Like, get equal, even, right? But yeah, man. So, the late comer. Yeah, you know what I mean? But listen, it's better to be late than to not show up at all. Because if you're late, your presence is made, your presence is felt, and then we can talk about how do we make it better for next time. And so, yeah, what a gift, right? What a gift to have someone show up late, right? And again, that shows commitment, right? It's like, because there's a point when you're traveling somewhere and you know you're going to be late, and you can turn around, but I'm going to be late. Fuck it, I might as well just turn around and go back home or go do some other shit. When you know you're going to be late and you still show up, to me, that's a level of commitment, right? And I'm always going to honor that. I'm never going to be like, oh, you late. Why you so late? And I was like, damn, thanks for showing up. And then again, afterwards, we can have the conversations like, yo, what happened? What's going on? Why were you so late? Right? You know, the group starts at this time, right? How can we be better for next time? All right. But yeah, anyway, let's go to our third segment of the day. As always, our tip of the day. Today's tip is to be strong enough to talk about the shit you are going through or have gone through. Be strong enough to talk about the shit that you are going through. Talking about the shit does not make you weak. Talking about your experiences does not make you weak. Even if you talk about the sadness, even if you talk about the frustrations, even if you talk about all of the shit, right? Talking about all of the shit does not make you weak. It makes you fucking really, actually, really strong, right? To talk. Unfortunately, there is a generation of men, right? It's inspired by the men's group. Generation of men, mainly older black men, Caribbean men, right? Latino men even, right? Just men in general, probably from across all cultures, that don't talk about the shit they go through. We all know it, right? We hear it all the time. Our parents, grandparents, uncles, they don't talk about shit. They just lace up their boots and they just keep fucking going. And it's like, in spaces like this, you gotta talk about your shit, right? There are men who come into spaces and they talk to teach. Always want to teach something. Don't talk to teach. Don't be that person that's always talking to teach. Yes, someone can learn something from your story. Someone can learn something from a perspective that you share. Someone can learn some shit, of course. But there's a difference between speaking, right, expressing yourself, and someone learning and you talking to teach. No, speak to express yourself. Express yourself and let somebody gain some wisdom from that. But when you talk to teach, you are negating your own feelings. So be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of your feelings and what you may be avoiding or trying to hide. Be mindful of your thoughts and your feelings and what you may be avoiding or trying to hide. I know men who have said, "No, I'm good. Everything." I was a young man who said everything is great. I'm falling apart inside. I'm dying inside, and I'm like, everything is great. It's all good because I got money, because I got girls. Everything is all right. Right? I got a crib. I'm sleeping somewhere. I got food. Right? Like everything is good, and I'm literally depressed inside, dying inside. Right? And we are breaking that cycle. Right? We are absolutely breaking that cycle, man. So, yeah, man, because it is gonna come out one way or another. For me, I exploded in a violent rage and tried to kill some people, and that shit sent me to prison for a couple years. Um, Simply because I was depressed. I hadn't dealt with the shit that I was feeling inside, the shit that I was thinking. I didn't get it out. It stayed inside and it built up and built up and built up and built up and built up. And then some other shit happened and I fucking exploded and it was terrible, man. I almost killed some people, people who I knew and loved. Thankful nobody was hurt. Thankful that the relationships have been mended since. Thankful, and full of gratitude. I was able to be on the other side of this. Some people are not so lucky. They blow up and somebody loses their life. They lose their life. They lose their freedom for 10, 15, 20 years, right? Shit is bad, man. So, yeah, be strong enough, please, to talk about the shit you're going through or have gone through. You ain't got to sit with that shit alone. It's a new era. It's a new age for men and women. We are expressing ourselves. We are talking about ourselves. Men, they just had the black male therapist retreat, right? Like, they just had the retreat for black male therapists. Like, that shit is dope. One of my boys is a part of that whole group. And I'm like, yo, I need to be a part of that next year. I need to be a part of it. I'm not a quote unquote therapist. I am a coach. I need to be a part of that shit. If I can, all right. It may just be for licensed therapists. Cool. I can't if I can't. All right. But I'm like, yo, look at this shit, man. Like we are growing. It's men's circles on Thursdays. Not only are we doing a men's circle in Queens, there's one happening in the Bronx, and there's one happening in Harlem at the same time. And I think every other week is one in Brooklyn. That shit is dope shit, man. So yeah, man. Be strong enough to talk about the shit you are going through. And let's go to our fourth and final segment of the day. Let's go to our fourth segment. Today's fourth segment, as always, is the build of the day. Today's build, we're going to talk about dreams coming true. Dreams definitely come true. I did a whole talk. I did an hour talk on dreams coming true. It was really good, really powerful. And they don't always come as fully done, though. They don't always come through as the dream in full. No, you got to do the work. Right, you got to do the work, and you got to be able to recognize, though, right, when shit is unfolding. You got to be able to recognize when shit is unfolding, and as much as you can, you got to be ready, willing, and able to seize the fucking moment. So I've done maybe a dozen or so interviews on Pix 11, maybe 12 or more, right, interviews between Monica Morales and Greg Maka. I probably did like 10 with Monica Morales and like 3, 4 or more with Greg Maka over the years, right, over the last decade, right. Been on both of their platforms, but it was only yesterday for my interview with Nicole Johnson, a black woman. Shout out to the black woman, right? Shout out to the black woman making waves, right? It was only through her and her show Victims Voices, which I just learned about yesterday morning. I've seen it before, like I didn't watch the show, but I've seen clips, right, from other folks. But it was only yesterday I got a call. Yo, we heard about you. Right, somebody told us about you. Can you come to the studio? Are you interested in doing an interview with us? Absolutely. Can you come to the studio today? Absolutely, I can. Right, absolutely, I can. And I was able to go to the studio, man. So out of the 12 plus interviews that I did with Greg Maka and Monica Morales, who are longtime Pix 11 staff members, right? All of the interviews I did with them happened outside on the streets in Queens. Cool, dope. I love it. Again, I've been on Channel 11 a lot of times, right? I'll never forget. I'm going to find a clip. Monica Morales and I did a virtual interview, right? One of the interviews we did was virtual during COVID. And she said, yo, you've been on this, you've been on Pix 11 so much, you need your own show. I'm like, I fucking do, right? And it was yesterday that I go to the studio. And then I'm fucking so inspired. I'm walking through Pix 11 studios. I'm watching all the people on computers. I'm watching the big screens, the edits happening. I'm watching. I see the good morning. I see all this shit. Took us down to the big studio where all of the shit happens. All of the national fucking broadcasts happen. I'm like, it's so many cameras and so many lights. I'm like, yo, I'm inspired. This shit was surreal. Like, I've been wanting to be a talk show host literally since I was a child. So I watched Oprah Winfrey, Ricky Lake, fucking Geraldo, and I think it was Montel Williams, I wanted to be a talk show host. Right, Arsenio Hall, right, like, and then all the other shows that came and went. I wanted to be a talk show host since I was a child. Right, I've been an interviewer my whole life, and all I wanted to do was films and books and travel and all that shit, but was to be a talk show host. When I learned more of Oprah and just how the platform works, right, how talk shows work and how you generate income, sponsors, and you can use that income for your philanthropic endeavors, like that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So again, my life is, I'm setting up my life to talk show, 5 days a week, in TV studio, 1 day a week radio, and then the rest of the time I'm speaking, I'm teaching, I'm coaching, right? And I'm fucking living life, man. So yeah, man, yesterday was super dope. Meeting Mr. G, the weatherman. Yeah, my day was made yesterday. Mr. G. So my aunt would tell me, and my mother would tell me that Mr. G, that my father and Mr. G knew each other. He didn't remember my dad, right? I asked him yesterday. I said, I forgot to pull up a picture, but I'm gonna send him a picture. Like, listen, man, like this is my dad. Do you remember this guy? Because I heard, not from my dad, right, but from my aunt and my mother, they said, yeah, Mr. G knew your dad. Your dad knew Mr. G, right? They did some stuff. So yeah, man, that was some epic shit. It is my dream, and I'm claiming that we will have the Sugar Ray show will be on Pix 11, right? Prime time. We are going to do this shit. We're going to make that shit happen one way or another. Again, being in the studio, seeing, like, sitting and just like at the desk, being in a conference room. It said the sister who brought us upstairs, me, and it was another woman being interviewed after me, right? Her and her children brought us upstairs. Like, this is the conference room. This is where we have all our big meetings. And I'm like, yo, yeah, I belong here. This is where I belong. I belong, right? Coming out the Uber, getting off the train, getting out the fucking car, and going up in this fucking Pix 11 studios and passing security and going upstairs and getting ready for my show and having my motherfucking watermelon juice. I had watermelon juice yesterday, all right? Having my motherfucking Miss Juicy, you know what I mean? Like, this is what we doing. This is today. Who we interviewing today? We got this person coming in, that person coming in. Yeah, man, like, that's the dream. And I'm excited to be on that path, right? So dreams do come true, man. Again, shit is unfolding, right? In spite of the challenges, in spite of the pain, in spite of all of the losses and failures, as long as you keep stepping forward, as long as you keep one foot in front of the other, eventually you're going to get there, right? I said, I think a week or so ago, I'm so committed to the long-term goals that I no longer allow the short-term disappointments or discomforts to throw me off course, right? They may, of course, cause some feelings, right? Some sadness, some anger, right? Maybe some shame, some fear, right? But it's overwhelming joy. And that's one thing I shared last night in the group. It's overwhelming joy. I'm going through pain. I am extremely hurting inside, right? Like, I am hurting. And if you know me, you know I am hurting. And you know why I am hurting, all right? And there's nothing I can do about that shit but work to make the shit better. Work to alleviate this pain by solving the fucking problem. What is the problem? I have not seen my children in 10 months now, right? That is a problem. I have not seen them on Zoom, right? 10 months in person, Zoom in 3 weeks, right? Like, very angry. And I learned how to channel that anger. I learned how to use that anger. I learned how to allow that anger to fuel me, right? So yeah, man, we about to go on a crazy run, right? It is Leo season. Shout out to my fucking Leos. My moon is a Leo, right? My sister's a Leo, right? Some other close friends are Leos. So yeah, man, I'm excited to just keep going, man. Finish the summer, right? Finish the summer and go into the fall and go into the winter and just do some more epic shit, man. Lock the fuck in. All right, we about to do we preparing to do some diet adjustments, right? About to eat a lot more fruit to finish the summer. Right, I definitely want one barbecue. I haven't had a real barbecue. I want one barbecue this summer, right? With, you know, I did have potato salad, right? Mona made potato salad, and we had some burgers that were like grilled burgers. They were made on the stove, but I want grilled corn. I want a whole barbecue vibe, one time. And then even until that happens, between then, we about to start eating a lot more fruit, because like time is of the essence. Like, it's health, yes, but also time. I don't have time to cook, eat full meals, and to feel a fullness, right? We about to put down weed again, right? Gonna stop smoking weed again for a few months, right? Just to really lock the fuck in and take advantage of all of the shit that's happening and level up in all of the most essential ways, man. But yeah, man. Shout out to the Leos. I love my Leos. Absolutely. Shout out to the motherfucking Leos. I love my Leos as well. Said Palmer G. I said, fool, yes, Mr. G, Palmer. All right. He was like, yeah, I lived in Queens. I said, my dad lived in Queens. My dad, he had a cleaning company, did some work in Queens. He was like, oh, he said, Leroy Evans, I said, well, he said, well, not he said, I said, my aunt, my mother said he knew you. You knew him. Right. So no big deal, right? Like, not a big deal. But yeah, man. But yo, listen, guys, that is our show for today. Man. It's 9:30. Thanks so much for tuning in. The workout is done. I'm grateful that I was able to get it in. Right, we all gonna do some more sets tonight. Not right now. We're gonna use the restroom. We're gonna shower. We're gonna eat something in a bit. Right, we're gonna get ready for this meeting. Got to be in Queens at 2:00. Then got to be in Brooklyn at I think 6 is the town hall. All Kings. Right, 6:00. Brother said, "Fool, man, if you available, man, meet me in Brooklyn at 6:00." I mean, I seen the address, man. I know you got full schedule. You be having mad shit going on. But if you're available, man, I would love you to come to the All Kings meeting. You came to the thing we had when I spoke a few months back, right? But come to the meeting, come to the town hall if you can, add value, man. Connect with the brothers. I think you will absolutely benefit from All Kings in all of the ways, right? Definitely got to do a quest, go camping, right? All of that shit. But yo, listen, guys, man, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marson. This is episode 678 of SR Daily. We are closing out week 136, closing out week 136, man. I'm super excited. I'm super grateful. Yeah, man. Have a beautiful Friday. Have a beautiful weekend. Do join us right back here next week. Same time, same place for week 137. Week 137 is next week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, TikTok Live, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up! The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful weekend. Be safe. Hit the beach if you can or the pool. Peace.